everybody again. I made a material at my house out of some blocks. Do you have blocks at your house? I have some blocks at my house. And I made a material that is open-ended. That means there's always something else to give the child to keep them hooked, to keep their interest. So at first, we might just be matching the colors. Do you see one on my paper that looks like this? Yeah. I do too. Do you see one that looks like this? And at this time you might be giving the kids the colors. They might be practicing their colors. Can you find a red one on this page? Yeah, there it is. Or you might be sharing the vocabulary with them of what the shape is. So this is a rectangle. Can you find the rectangle? What about this one? This is a short rectangle. And then to hook the kids so that they're interested in it the next time we get it. So this is a weird looking triangle, isn't it? I'm going to tell you the name of this triangle. It's an acute triangle. And at the end, I might say, next time we do this work together, there's another thing that I want to show you too. But today, I'm going to let you do it. So then the next time they come to this material, they might be just doing this again and reviewing the shapes and the colors, or the material might look like this, where it just has the outline of the colors. So this time I would say, do you see something that looks like this? Yeah, on here it's flat. This is a rectangle. On here, it's three-dimensional. I could put my hands around it. This is a rectangular prism. We can give it a new name, a rectangular prism. So you might go throughout the lesson and teach them the names of, this is a square prism. And they won't remember the names right away. And that's okay. They might still be matching the colors, but you're giving them another hook in their memory so that they can remember the next time they get it out. Oh yeah, that's right. She said there was different names, and they can review them or practice the names. They might remember the names. So the next time they get this material out, remember, there's always another step to the material. It might look like this. Let me turn it over. So again, the review is there. The shapes are in the same order. So they might remember, oh, that was the blue rectangle or the blue square. And they might be just matching the shapes. They might remember the names. They might not. They might say, oh, what was the name of that again? And you can always tell them the name again. The square prism. This is flat. This is two-dimensional. So you're giving them lots of vocabulary with it. Oh. Do you remember the funny name for this triangle? It's an acute triangle. I have one more step. Let me show you the next one. And so they might, these are just blocks and they're using them in different ways. So it's preparing them so later on when you see the geometric solids that Andrea showed you the other day, they might say, oh, I remember, I saw that before. That is a square prism. So then we're giving them another step, and we're taking away a little bit more so that they can hook that in their memory. Oh yeah, I remember that was a blue square. I remember, it goes up here. Oh, I remember that is a rectangular prism. Oh, I remember that's an acute triangle. And sometimes they might forget, I don't remember what that's called. And that's okay, you could give them the names. So again, this is preparing them for some of the geometric solids in the classroom. It's getting them excited when they go into the, on the shelf. They're like, oh, I remember that was over there. What's the name of that again? And they might ask for a lesson. But the most important, well, I guess not the most important, but one of the important reasons that they would do this is for matching and decoding letters for reading. So there's also, remember, there's always a next step. So the next step might be they're gonna build and then they might try to draw that on a card or on a paper. Or you might take a picture of it and see if they can build it from the two-dimensional. Remember, this is two-dimensional because it's flat. And this is three-dimensional because we can put our hands around it. So they might try to draw it. Or you might build one of these and see if they can recreate it. Do you remember what it looked like? What came after the red? Yeah, the blue. What came after the blue? The green. Do you remember how the orange was on there? What was at the very top? Yeah. So that's just a little Montessori lesson that is open-ended. It keeps the kids' interest. It also gives them a little bit of different vocabulary, different things to hook in their brain, in their memory, to remember next time. What did she say that was? What am I gonna do next? Then there also piques their excitement for when they see these things on the shelf in a different way. And they're always pretty excited to come up with their own ways too on how to do things. A lot of times it's following the child, and they come up with a lot of new materials in my classroom, and sometimes we go with it and we say, okay, let's use the material that way. So I hope you have fun with this, this fun activity. You can create it out of blocks that you have in your house. You can create it out of cars. You could create it out of a lot of different things in your house if you don't have these blocks. So I hope you have fun with it. I'm so excited to get to see some of your things on Facebook when you post pictures. I love to see those. All right, you guys have fun. Bye.